Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. Um, I'm gonna do a reaction here. I've had a few people send me messages telling me I should do a reaction on Struggle Jennings. He put out a song about 2 days ago called "The Road I Came." I've heard of him. I can't really honestly say I've listened to his music or I've heard of his music, but I do know the name. So this would be my first time, my first reaction, checking out what he's got. Um, I was given a couple of different titles, a couple of different songs that I should do on, but I figured when I looked at his channel, this one came out 2 days ago. I figured let me check it out and see what's what. And I'm told that he doesn't disappoint, so we'll check it out. But before I continue, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, give the channel a thumbs up. If you want to help support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Cash App and my PayPal, and also a link to my merch store, trueoutlaw.patriot.com. Like I keep saying, I only got one design shirt on there. I still have a few designs in the work, so when those are up and going, then I'll be able to add some more. So without further ado, let's check this out. Again, this is Struggle Jennings, Road I Came. Here we go.
Fought tooth and nail for everything I've got. Oh, I've been locked up, drugged down, told them everything I'm not.
All right, I'm gonna cut it right there real quick. I know it was only the first 25 seconds. He's got a pretty deep voice. I like that. It's very raspy, very vinegary. It's deep, in my opinion. It's way different. I'm not used to a lot of like country music. I don't know if he falls in that category. I know that I was told he does a lot of, a lot of collaborations, does a lot of rap and stuff like that, which is great. I'm gonna look into more of that. But I like this sound. Let's go.
I've lost it all and built it back again.
I hear that.
I've been flat broke, no hope, told him just a failure of a man.
Oh, I can relate to that big time, man. I mean, I can write books on how many times I've gone through something like that, and people that I know have gone through stuff like that, and it's been rough. And it's really rough when a lot of people expect something from a man, and things just ain't working. They're just not clicking the right way. But you gotta you gotta rise above that. But let's go.
And at the end of the day, I give thanks.
There you go.
I've got a good heart. I've made some big mistakes. I left the past behind me with the wind in my face.
All right, I gotta cut it again. Yeah, I could relate to that. I've been through so much in my life, and a lot of times we men we beat ourselves up. I've been told many a times, you got a good heart, this and that. As a matter of fact, a day or two ago, a good friend of mine, she sent me a text along that line, because me and her, we've been grieving the loss of our friend back last year in April, and she's been having it hard. So we keep corresponding to pick each other up, and she's going through a lot. And I check up on her, and she told me, you got a good heart, this and that. And sometimes we just don't feel it. We make a lot of mistakes, and we try to work through that and try to realize, okay, what is it that everybody else sees? But let's continue.
I got a fresh start. I've got the rest of my days. I'll never go back down the road that I came.
Got that right.
Well, they can speak to mine, say I forgot my friends, but I've slowed down, turned around too many times for them. And I don't know nobody but the Lord above.
There you go. Ever since I left home, it's been 10, 12 years now since I left my hometown, and I know I'm not gonna say I've lost friends. It's just that we've gotten a little distant because they think I've changed and stuff like that. But they don't even know what I've been going through, these past 12 years and stuff like that. But you know, as one thing I'll say that even being down and out and thinking that I can, talk to my old brothers and friends and stuff like that, which I know I can, but I know that I can just look up, and talk, or just keep to myself and talk. And when I mean talk, I mean talking, talking to God and stuff like that, and try to figure things out. At the end of the day, a lot of men in this country need to understand that there's a time that when you need to push stuff behind, and you got to start looking up, and society is trying to stop that, and that's when you should do it even more, and be more vigilant about it. But let's continue.
For the fact I'm right here, right now, feeding everyone I love.
There you go.
And at the end of the day, I give thanks.
Thanks to God.
I've got a good heart. I've made some big mistakes.
Made a ton.
I left the past behind me with the wind in my face. I got a fresh start. I've got the rest of my days. I'll never go back down the road that I came.
Yeah, I can relate to that, and this is truth, man. If I tell you, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, and sometimes things get so hard, and you're like, you know what? Maybe I should just go back to the way I was and stuff like that. Things just seemed easier. What a lot of people don't understand, and this is one thing a lot of men, especially right now, a lot of young men, have to understand that it's easy, to do dirt and go back to the old ways. I used to have a friend of mine tell me all the time, and he's still around, but he moved back to Italy years ago, and he always had a saying. He always said, "Do good and forget, do bad and remember." If you live like that, you'll never. You can take that either way. Like, you can have an easy life because you're doing good, and just forget about it. Just do good and keep it moving. But if you're gonna live your life doing bad and remembering, what kind of a life are you gonna have? So sometimes you got to leave stuff behind and not look back, and it's just the way. And I don't mean like cut people off necessarily, but I mean like just things that that weren't good for you. And it could be people. I could be wrong. Everybody has different things, but just think about that sometimes. Think about what exactly is going to push me forward, and what's going to keep holding me back, and what choice do you want to make, for your life. But let's continue.
I know it ain't easy loving a man like me. I'll change my ways, so baby, please believe. I've got a good heart. I've made some big mistakes. I left the past behind me with the wind in my face. I got a fresh start. I've got the rest of my days. I'll never go back down the road that I came. I've got.
And you know what? Just listening to those lyrics right there, obviously I'm hoping he's kind of talking about a female in his life, and that's another thing that a lot of men in this day and age are having a hard time, trying to find a good relationship with a good woman. And I'm not trying to put women down. I'm not saying that. But come on, let's be real here, people. Things have changed. It's very hard on both sides, trying to find a good person in your life. A lot of times, men hold on to a guy that's no good for them, and men hold on to a woman that's no good for them. And then they both get hurt. And then when it comes to like trying to find somebody else, it gets a little harder, or they're with somebody that they know they have a good heart. They just can't let go of something in the past, or things that they used to do in the past. And it's like, look, you have a good heart, man. You got to leave that behind if you want to keep moving forward, especially if you truly care about the person that, the person that you want to be with. And it could just make it, all it's going to do is make you a better person, in my opinion. So it's just, something that men and women in this day and age, and when I mean men and women, I don't mean like, people in their 30s and 40s and 50s. I'm talking, young people too. This is not like it was, the way it used to be. Things are way different now, way more hectic, way more chaotic, especially, in relationships. It's insane. But let's continue.
Had a good heart. I've made some big mistakes. I left the past behind me with the wind in my face. I got a fresh start. I've got the rest of my days. I'll never go back down the road that I came.
Yeah, that was deep. I like that. I like that. I like the music, the melody. It was real nice. Like I said, he's got a deep voice. I like that. You know what I mean? It's way different. Matter of fact, I mean, now that I think about it, I have to say that he does sound like some of them older country guys, with the country music. The way they had that heavy, raspy, rough voice, which is cool. But this was a good song, and I'm glad they brought it to my attention. And just the lyrics alone, the meaning behind it, we could dissect that into so many ways. But it's a good song. I think a lot of guys should listen to this and figure out what it is they want to do, and know that don't be afraid to do something better, especially if you know you have a good heart, or people, even if you don't feel like you do, and people keep telling you do. That's because they see something in you. So you need to just slow down a little bit, and start figuring out, man, what can I do, to keep moving forward. How can I push this good heart forward that people keep seeing. And I know it's hard, and it's very hard on men, and a lot of people don't give a lot of men credit. They really don't. Men get looked over, stepped on, spit on, kicked on, I mean, time and time and time again, especially right now in this day and age, when you have people on the left and you got all kinds of groups and being labeled all kinds of ways and stuff like that. It's rough. It really is rough, and let's not even get to the fact of, what they're doing to men to take away, their livelihood, when it comes to work and stuff like that. That's a whole nother story, but I'll digress on that for now. But anyway, I like the song. Thank you to my subscribers for recommending this. That was Struggle Jennings, Road I Came. Hope you like it. Hope you like the content. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Help this channel grow. And if you want to help support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Cash App and PayPal, and also a link to my store. My store, which is under TrueOutlawPatriot.com. And remember, as always, like I keep saying, stay vigilant, keep praying, and keep praying for each other. Peace.